That's actually why we chose these three, I think, to put on an EP together, is because they were all kind of like written like around, during, or like right before quarantine happened.
Yeah, I would say it was like
this
right
is kind
before.
of like our quarantine album, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just glad none of the songs are about quarantine.
Yeah,
No,
for real.
that's boring. No one wants to like relive that.
Yeah.
Since this is the first time Brandon's been on a recording, and it's the first time it's been totally our own thing that we did kind of completely by ourselves, I think it kind of made sense to say, hey, this is what Sick Hot is now, so this is kind of our statement as we're really doing this on our own now. There's kind of no other changes or anything like that. It's kind of just like, it's a like solid like starting point almost for what the band is now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like it's like a rebranding kind of, just like, so because it's so different from like the past recordings, and just like with him and just our whole vibe in general, I think is way different than 2 years ago or whatever the last thing came out. That like it made sense to start fresh. It's like, this is Sick Hot EP. Like just rebranding. It's basically what it is.
Sometimes I feel like we each like have small song ideas, you know, whether or not it's just like a lick or just a chorus or whatever. Or sometimes we'll jam and we'll just create something. Like, for example, I had the riff to
Glass
Desert, and we were rehearsing in my garage, and I literally just brought it up and played it randomly.
We literally wrote that song.
I kept repeating it, and you guys all just ended up, you know, playing your parts over it.
We literally wrote the music for that song in like probably like 20 minutes. I'd say.
Yeah, it was all like within that one practice, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we just wrote lyrics to it. And vocally, I wanted to make it like, I was getting into like Soundgarden and stuff like that, so I kind of wanted to add some of my Chris Cornell influence on it a little bit.
And it has kind of all the cool squeals and everything.
Yeah, squeals sound like the squeals sound like hawks. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm laying in the desert, and this thing is just kind of like
The whole soundscape of that section of the song is very atmospheric.
And also like there's a lot going on in that song too, like a lot of guitar tracks, because there's like the regular riff that Brandon's doing under it. There's the bend with the talk box that I'm doing under the vocals. There's also a clean guitar doing like this.
Yeah, there's a ton of layers in that
There's
song.
a lot of delay and reverb on that too.
Yeah.
So it's very
That song,
atmospheric.
like lyrically, that song reminds me of all like the Storm Thorgerson album covers. Like, you know what I mean? Like kind of like, it almost like reminds me of the Hemispheres album cover of the guy like standing out in the middle of the, like just like in the middle of the desert. It just reminds me of like that kind of imagery where it's like, kind of has like this huge empty space, but then there's like some sort of
or like
detail with
like the one Midnight Oil album cover where it's like the house in the desert getting struck by lightning.
Yeah,
It's like that. Kind of reminds me of that.